Welcome back to my kitchen. Now let's face it, we're all trying to pinch our pennies a little bit nowadays. So going to one of those big buy clubs and buying a large pork roast on sale boneless is a great idea. Cut it in thirds, freeze 2/3, each third in a separate freezer bag. Maybe one will be for roast pork loin with gravy for Sunday dinner, and another one can be a slow barbecue. Put it out on the grill at about very low heat and grill it and baste it over and over again. But for today, I just got home. I'm exhausted. I've been working all day, just like you. So we want a simple meal. What we did was we cut up about a third worth of the boneless pork roast and seasoned it. Now, this is so much fun. We're going to add some fresh minced garlic, and always use fresh garlic, some kosher salt or sea salt, always fresh ground pepper, and this is called making the marinade right in the bowl. Little fresh lime juice. Keep your hand like that and you can catch some of the seeds so they don't go into the dish, but if they do, that's okay. It looks even more home cooking style. Fresh squeezed orange juice. There's nothing like it. Fantastic. There's no preservatives. And this is also going to break down, if there's any toughness to the meat, the citrus definitely breaks it down. So if we toss this around with our hands, and you're going to get a little messy, these are great. The gourmet garden style, I'm going to use a little chili pepper blend and a little lemongrass. Now, you might think am I going for that Asian flair? Well, I'm really not. I'm just going for a continental flair. So look what I've done. I've got that kind of together. I have some canola oil and I have a very hot pan, so this is going to splash. So what you want to do is you always want to pour your product away from you. That way you can step back and you can adjust the heat down. But you want to start with a really high. I'm going to put the fan on even if it's a little noisy on camera because I don't want to set off the smoke detectors. You can always lower the heat. If the pan isn't hot enough, what's going to happen? It's going to be too watery and you're not going to be able to get a good sear. Now I'm going to move this around, and in about 6 minutes, this is going to be complete. So let me show you my rice. This is a packaged yellow rice mix. It takes about 20 minutes to make. And you know, it's always great when at the end, finish it with a little dot of butter. I added some roasted red pepper that I always have, and if you keep a jar if you don't make your own. And I'm going to add some nice fresh cilantro or parsley to it. This is going to be perfect as a base. It's going to be hearty, it's colorful. You could even put in some sliced green olives if you want. And that is going to make the perfect base for this pork dish. If you don't eat pork, by all means you can use turkey cutlets. You could even use fish, but these flavors are going to all come together. Look in your market for some fun new seasonings. This is actually a kosher spice. It's called fresh fruit, and this is the whole lemon 20 herb spice that I found at a little event. So I'm going to put a little more in there. I love to have flavorful food, so I think this is going to do the trick. You see how these pieces are just starting to brown? In about 6 minutes, we're going to have dinner almost complete, except for one little treat I'm putting it at the end. Okay, now you may have noticed I switched pans. I started out with a big pan because let's face it, I have to feed the whole filming crew today. If they're going to come out here into my kitchen, it is my kitchen, it's my home, I got to treat them to some lunch. But for now, I want to show you a special treat. If you do have a gas burner, the key is always when you're adding alcohol, take the pan away from the flame. I'm adding a little gold tequila, and let's see if we can get just enough to, there we go. What we want to do is we want to burn this alcohol off. See that sizzle? Don't be afraid. The key is small amounts and move it around. Let the oxygen get in, and if you're like me, you're going to go ahead and set off your smoke detector. Look at this. This is just an Asian chili sauce finishing sauce. Now, we're going to go ahead and plate up this fabulous rice. And don't be afraid of the sound. This is really comical because, trust me, we are safe as can be. There we go. It's already off. And look at that. Dinner is complete. It's flavorful. It's exciting. And let me just wipe that ridge. So folks, there you have it. It's Chef Judi's pork and yellow rice. Dinner made in 20 minutes. We flamed it, we set off the smoke detectors, and now we're going to sit down and have a great dinner. Thanks for joining me.